guys, we're gonna talk about a few things, and I'm also gonna share with you something that I think I'm really excited to share. I'm gonna be sharing with you the most adorable little bird. I know, it's very random. It isn't random if you know me though, because I love some things. I love bunnies, birds, roses, and lavender. I know, but I collect all of those things. And so when one of my subscribers, which by the way, she was one of my very first subscribers back in 2017 when my channel first started, her along with a few others were really, they have no idea how positive, how encouraging their comments were below all the videos that they always seem to pop up. New video, there they'd be. And they'd be just feeding me all of this wonderful positive energy, which if you aren't aware, when you're starting a YouTube channel, it's really scary. You're putting yourself out there. You don't know how it's gonna be received. And to this day, when I really sort of get this really nice positive energy, of course, you know, it really does feed me to feel, okay, I'm on the right track here. I just can't express enough how much I appreciate that positive energy that I get. And she was definitely one of those people. So we sort of got to know each other a little bit here and there. She has an Instagram, and we would chat every so often through Instagram, and she'd found me there and would comment on my posts there on my Instagram as well. Well, she is, like I mentioned earlier, an amazing artist and has been probably most of her life, really, maybe even all of her life, and it shows with every single thing that she does. Her newest venture, and she just opened an Etsy shop, and I'm going to be putting that link down below in the description box because I highly recommend that you visit. She is into creating these little creatures, whether they're birds, hummingbirds, ducks, bunnies, out of wool. And that is quite an art form. I mean, it just boggles my mind how you can take some wool and use a little needle and create these amazing lifelike little things. So I'm going to share with you what she sent me. It is adorable. I was going to open it in front of you guys and I couldn't stand it anymore. It took me a little longer to get around to filming this GAB sesh, and it's been sitting on my fireplace mantle where I could just look at it, and I couldn't stand it anymore and I had to open it up. So we are going to be looking at that. And I also want to share with you a little something else that we're going to be adding to our family. First of all, this, I'm not sure which one's gonna come out first. You may have already seen this. This is a brand new wig to me. This is Toni Brattin's Flirtatious in light blonde. I just finished recording a wig chat for it before this. So I'm not sure which one I'll be uploading first, but if you haven't seen this yet, it's gonna be coming at you very soon. And if I already did release it and you haven't seen it yet, I'll go ahead and put the link to it down below in the description box. I saw this, which by the way, it did survive really well. You packed it perfectly. It was cocooned in its own little safe little place, and it survived very nicely. So look at this. Now this spool itself is a 1930, let me look. Hold on. Isn't this adorable? Look at, it's got the actual thread coming out its beak. Isn't it cute? It is so cute. Look at, it's got little white specks. The detail is truly more than you know, when you see things in pictures, you're like, oh God, that is so cute. And yet, I just wasn't thinking it was going to represent the detail. I don't know why. And it is. It's so detailed. The colors, the little wings, everything about it. The beak, you guys. Let me read to you how she created this. Look at the lifelike. I mean, that beak looks like a beak, you know, and I need to read this to you guys. So the little bird is made from 100% wool. It's needle felted. slowly with care and love. And let me tell you, you could not even create something like this if you didn't love what you were doing and you didn't give it all the care. It's just absolutely the most adorable thing. Cute little chubby little bird, so cute. She added beeswax to the beak of that, you know, the wool, and she added beeswax to it to give it that realism. And man, oh man, wow, does it ever look real? It's so cute. Can you guys see the little thread that's coming out of the beak? Very cute. So the spool that she sits on is from the 1930s, and it's a Belding Corticelli Company spool. It probably even says so on there. Oh, it does. So even that is this really lovely little added detail. It even has that little white little thing in the eye. You know, I don't know if this, I hope this picks up. I do want to say a little something about, because I do follow her on Instagram, and I'm going to put her Instagram here as well. I love the history behind, she lives in the home that she grew up in. And there is a shop that's off of that, and it's on Greenwood. So it's called Greenwood. Her business is called GreenWoodArtShop. And I'm going to put her Instagram here and her Etsy shop as well. But yeah, so that shop that she works out of is over 100 years old, and it's always been a home for all the creative people over the generations in their family, the crafters, the creators, and it was her husband's grandfather's original roofing shop. I just love it. I love backstories to things. So check out her Etsy shop and look at all of her other creations, because gosh, it's so cute. So adorable. What a talent. It's amazing. Okay, so guess what? Now, if you have been following my GAB sessions, then you know that we have lost Cooper, our Shih Tzu. He was a senior and we lost him. We also have Loki, which is our now 5-year-old. I was gonna say 4-year-old, but he turned 5 in June. Was it June? Yeah, June 1st. And they were buddies. Whether Cooper liked it or not, Loki was connected, and just by his side, they ran around and played together outside. And I think Loki kept Cooper young, and they were buddies. So since Cooper has passed away, you know, I've definitely seen sort of a difference in Loki, definitely. However, at that time, I was not remotely interested in getting another dog. You know, no matter the age of the dog, I wasn't ready. And I especially do like to raise my dogs from puppyhood. And you know, if you have had puppies, they are a lot of work. And I just didn't feel I was ready for that. Well, as of just maybe a few weeks back, it hit me. I want to entertain getting another dog. I looked at a lot of different breeds. My original thought, and I even said it out loud to my kids, if I were to get another dog, it would be a Shih Tzu. We had Zoe before Cooper, and then later with Zoe, because we lost our other dog, I got Cooper. She probably could care less though. She was very happy being the only dog. I didn't know that at the time, but anyway, so Zoe was 15 when she passed away. We had them since puppyhood, so a lot of our lives we've had Shih Tzus, so I miss that. But I was entertaining the idea of some other breeds. Maybe I even looked at adopting dogs. So I did this for a little bit, for a while, and looked into different things. Well, a Shih Tzu breeder, she reached out to me, and it had been a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and she apologized because her website's messing up or something. So anyway, she ended up having 3 male Shih Tzus. I asked for the largest. Do you have, I know you breed more smaller sizes, but do you have any puppies coming soon or whatever that will be close to a normal size Shih Tzu, or at least the larger of the small sizes. And she said, actually, this puppy will probably be the biggest of all of them. And she thinks it's probably going to be around 7, maybe 8 pounds. So I still looked at the other two just to make sure, and we ended up settling on the bigger one. But because really, she said he's very outgoing. He's not like the alpha or anything, but he is more outgoing than the other two. And so it was between him and another one, and the other one was a little more shy, but warms up. But I thought, well, and my husband too, he was like, no, I really think we need to get kind of the outgoing one that, and I was like, yeah. So we did. So it's very new. It's only been a couple days, and he's not going to be ready yet. He's too young to take home, but by mid-July, which is just a few weeks away, we'll be able to pick the little guy up, and we don't know what we're going to name him yet. My daughter, Hannah, she's like, this would be such a missed opportunity if you did not name that puppy Thor, because we have Loki. So if she's like, this is a no-brainer. You need to name him Thor. Well, I thought that's brilliant, actually. But my son is like, that's too much. That's like so much. It's like, well, it makes sense. But then it's like, well, does Loki really want a Thor? Because we know how that plays out. So maybe Loki doesn't want a Thor. Loki needs to be the only dog god in our family, and he is the god of mischief. So perhaps we shouldn't do that to him. So we are mulling over other names. You never know, we may end up with Thor, but we're looking at other dog names. So if you have any good dog names for little small dogs, let me know down below. So very excited. I'm gearing up for that puppyhood. I'm trying to get myself, like, their cuteness is what gets you through, but I know there's gonna be a lot of sleepless nights. If they're a lot of work, they really, really are. So I'm getting ready for that. I know it's coming. So I really assume that they're gonna be good friends, and it may not happen right away. But I'm excited for Loki to have himself a little buddy. They can team up and tag team against the cat, because Lila, who is now 9 months old, she has grown. Is she back here? Oh, she was here for the WIG chat, but it looks like she's left for this. You guys, she's huge, and she's only 9 months old. She overpowers him like that, and she thinks she's playing, but honestly, she's ruthless. So I really have to, it's almost like they just really can't play. And Loki does want to play. He'll put his, does the play bow, and he wants to play with her, and then he'll think he's tough, and he'll shush her away, and he just thinks he's all that. But when she engages, then it's a done deal, and I have to nope, because cats don't play like dogs, first of all, and she's huge, and she's gonna get bigger. So he needs a little buddy. He needs a canine buddy that will also do play bows, and they'll play their, the way they do. He has his cousin, which is Anna. She's a corgi, and she's my daughter's dog and her husband. And Anna is the sweetest, adorable corgi. She's very petite for a corgi, and she will remain to be so, and she's adorable, but she's a corgi, and she's much bigger than Loki, and she is quite the little bully. She's adorable, but even Hannah's like, you're a little bully. And so we have to watch when they play too. Anyway, poor Loki gets it coming and going. So I'm really excited for him to have his little play buddy, and he's gonna end up, Loki's about 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Somewhere in there, 7'6", 7'8". This little puppy could potentially be 7 pounds, or maybe around the same size. Anyway, so for once, something that starts out small for Loki won't grow to really tower over him and beat him up. So we're really excited. I was really actually quite surprised by my husband's response, because the only animal that we ever got that was his idea was Zoe. He surprised me with Zoe for a birthday present, and that just, nothing will trump that. Nothing. It really truly was the best gift I've ever been given. I still get teary-eyed. Other than that, though, cats, dogs that we've had over our 31 years of marriage, it's been me, and I never let him know until I've secured the transaction. So when he came home 2 or 3 days ago, I had of course, I was carrying on the entire day with the breeder over email back and forth, and Hannah. So, and Shane, who was also at work, but he ended up getting a little irritated because it ended up being a very long, chatty group chat. So he gave up long before. So it was, you know, Hannah and I were going back and forth all day, but then I'm like, oh my God, you know, I never even let my husband know that I was thinking about getting another dog. So he comes home from work and I'm just bubbling over because I just kind of decided on the particular puppy. I'd finally decided which one I wanted, and I was so excited. So he comes in, I meet him in the kitchen, and you know, he little chit chat, not much. He's still at the counter putting his stuff on the thing, and I said, so I just want you to know that you got me something for an early anniversary present. And he's like, oh, I did. And I said, yeah. So I have been just recently really wanting a Shih Tzu. And he's like, a Shih Tzu? And right then I was like, oh, because I was waiting for, no, we are not getting another animal. Because, you know, I just got my cat. But he didn't. And so I'm like, oh, he's a good man. And so I went on and explained to him that I had been thinking about this. I had looked at other breeds, and then this breeder got back to me, yada, yada. And then I showed him the picture, and he's like, oh, okay, that's very cute. I said, I know, isn't he cute? And then it went from there. So he's excited. I think he also knew that Loki needs a little buddy. And I do all the work with all our animals. So it's not like he knows that he's not going to have to lift a finger ever. I mean, I'm the one who takes the dogs and cat. I just do everything. Rightly so. I'm the one that wants these animals. So, you know, he gets to enjoy them and spoil them. But I'm the one who does everything else, which is the way it should be. Anyway, so I can't wait to get this little guy. And you can bet that I'm going to be sharing him with you the minute I do a GAB session when he's home. So very excited. I may put some pictures up in here just to show you a couple little pictures. She also sent me a video of it kind of walk. It's so cute, but I can't share that with you because it's got a picture. Her son is in it, so I don't really want to share that. But I'll share maybe a couple little pictures that she sent me just to give me an idea of what the little puppy looked like. And he seems very healthy. And again, I've seen kind of a video with him playing and walking around, and so cute. Yeah, wait. So it warms my heart actually to have a Shih Tzu in our life, and hopefully it will be healthy and we'll have nothing but joy. The ketogenic lifestyle that I'm doing, and I've been doing that since the end of December, is still going very well. I haven't had a whole lot of activity on the scale as of late, but I do feel like I'm feeling some inches lost in other areas. However, it is not reflecting on the scale much. However, for the first time, and I teeter back and forth, which is what I do. I'm finally in the 140s, just barely. But when I saw that number, I went, whoo-hoo! I don't care if it comes and goes away tomorrow or the next time I weigh myself. I saw it, and that means that it's very close to staying and sticking and going in down closer to the 130s. So yeah, I mean, lately I've been really excited about that. So dang it, I've been getting on the scale every single morning. I don't want to do that. And so it teeters. It'll go 149.2, 149.9. And then today it was 150.6. It's like, what the heck? What? So it's going back and forth. It goes in 149 points and then 149.9. And I hadn't seen the 150 for a few days, but I did today. So, you know, I need to stop doing that. I was much better weighing myself like once every couple weeks, maybe even once every 3 weeks. And I was really good at that. But I wanted to make sure that I'm not going up again, you know. So anyway, yeah, I'm doing really well. I mean, I'm not eating stuff I'm not supposed to be eating. And I have my die-hard meals that are my go-tos when I don't feel like cooking. I just throw them together because I don't have to think, and they're very fast, and they get me through. So what has been, because for a while I couldn't get past like the mid-mark of the 150s. So I started losing weight again, which is very slow to do. But when I really cognitively just decided I'm going to do my collagen butter coffee in the morning, and I'm not going to eat anything until around 2. And that gives me a good long sort of fast until the afternoon, which is when you're in ketosis, that's when your body will burn its own fat stores. And once you put one little morsel in your mouth, that goes away. And then that peak of burning your fat stops immediately. And so I find that is my little secret right now, and it seems to be working. And I'll probably have to change that up as well. So I'm pretty much okay. There have been a couple times where I'm like, I am looking at the clock because I'm starving. It's like, Jill, just eat. If you're that hungry, just eat. And so, but it's usually around the 1 o'clock hour, 1:30, that if I'm going to get like that, then that's when. So it's not too bad, because I have my butter coffee around 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm, not eating anything until 2. When you're in ketosis, it's very different. Your blood sugars are not affected, so you don't have, because I used to be terribly hypoglycemic, and since doing this, I have 0 hypoglycemic symptoms, because your body works metabolically very differently. It actually works the way it's supposed to. So it's not like it's a terrible thing to do to my body and I'm going to have hypoglycemia because I need to eat. Your body does not go into starvation mode when you're ketogenic. You don't go to starvation mode. Your body does not store into fat because it's not eating. It's actually very, very different. So that's why intermittent fasting is so important, because that you're giving your body enough time to go in between meals, so your body will burn the fat stores on your body and not so much from the food, because you do need to eat good high quality fats throughout the day when you do eat. So what I've been doing is fasting until around 2. I'll go ahead and eat, and then I may go another hour or 2 and eat again. Sometimes I will have the main meal at that 2 o'clock hour and I won't really have dinner, but maybe I'll have some berries or some macadamia nuts and eat that way. But I'm not as strict past that point as I am between my butter coffee and that first meal of the day. So it seems to be working. I don't seem to be struggling so much with it. Again, I will have days where I'm like really hungry, and then I'll just eat something. It's like I need to eat. I'm super hungry. My body is telling me to eat, so I am. So anyway, and if you're in ketosis, good nutritional ketosis, then you really don't get hungry. You can go a very long time before you really start picking up those signals that I'm hungry, or that you just legitimately are hungry. It's not like your body's trying to fool you, but you don't get hungry if you're in ketosis too often. Anyway, but then when I'm hungry, I'm real hungry, and I will eat until I'm full. And that's really important. If you come off even a little fast like that, it's super important to eat until you're full, because then your body knows, okay, she's not eating right now, but when she does eat, we're getting some food. And that's really important, because you don't want, even in that sort of different metabolic arena that you're in, to not eat enough and be afraid to just, eat and be afraid of your portion, because no, you need to eat until you are full. And I like that feeling of being full. I do. I like a good full feeling in my tummy. And as long as I'm eating food that is good for me and that I'm supposed to have, then it's fine. So anyway, that's just where I have to be in my frame of mind. Even if I'm losing very, very, very slowly, it's okay as long as I'm going down, because you're hearing Lila right now scratching on her litter box. Because I'm doing this for my lifetime. This is how I'm eating for the rest of my life. And I've just accepted that. So I have to do it in a way that is livable. And I will have to probably experiment and change things up now and then. But that's good. That's what we need to do. Anyway, I think I'm going to have to wrap this up. Please go check out her adorable Etsy shop. I'll put again that link down below. You can just click on it. It'll take you right there. And if you haven't seen the WIG chat for this, it will be coming up here at the end of this video. I will make sure I choose it if it's up, or you will find the link down below again. in that description box. And for those of you who always wonder what wig I'm wearing, whether it's a GAB Sesh, a WIG Chat, or whatever it is, I always try to remember to put that in the information box down below as well. So before you reach out and ask, hey, what are you wearing? Check down on that. It sometimes is at the bottom, especially if I have a lot to share with you, like if it's a makeup tutorial or skincare video. Go ahead and scroll down. If you do not see it, definitely then say, hey, what are you wearing? I don't see it down the description box. I'll be putting it in there and thanking you for reminding me, because that does happen too. All right, guys, until the next time, I'll see you soon. Stay well, stay safe, and always stay young at heart. Bye-bye.